Well, hello my friends. It's been a little while since I have done a video. I've had some personal issues that I've been dealing with, and I've had to take some time out to give it proper attention. So I have had some of you guys express interest in some more videos. I really can't make a video unless I feel moved to say something. So that is going to be one thing about me. If you guys have something to talk about, might be a good idea to let me know, because I'm not a fan of hearing myself talk, although it seems maybe kind of like that's not really the case. But I really don't necessarily have to hear my own viewpoints. The thing is I've come to some conclusions and some realizations that I think others might want to know. I find that the more I give quiet thought to some things, the more real understanding that I do have. And that is something that I can try to share. I know that, when I first realized that I wasn't going to be a witness anymore, it was scary. You do feel like maybe you've lost your faith. You do feel like maybe Satan has what's the word I'm looking for? That Satan has finally realized what your weakness is. But really that is not the case. When you have listened to your gut and you know that this is not the truth, that truth is something else, you have a choice to make. The most comfortable choice is to just be in denial and to not question, because that's what you're told to do. And that's what most of us do, and that's what I did for a really long time, and that's probably what most of you have done. But you do get to a point when you are a real lover of truth. You begin to realize that just burying your head in the sand really doesn't feel good, and that you have advocated for something that you believed with your entire being. Everything in here knew what it was that was the truth until you found out it wasn't. Now that's okay. I remember being really scared, thinking, well, if it's not the truth, then what is? And I'm really lost. I have no idea what to do. You kind of start panicking, and your heart goes a million miles an hour, because now you are, perhaps maybe you think you're lost because you thought you really knew the truth, and turns out you don't. And then what? It's alright. You'll live. You'll survive. But be honest with yourself. Be true to yourself. I found myself along the ways multiple times burying my head in the sand when I knew I shouldn't have. So if you're finding yourself tired of having your head in the sand, then it's okay to take some time and think about it. Verify your truth. Other people cannot tell you how to verify your truth. And when people are telling you that what you're doing is wrong, just give that thought, because only you can end up navigating wrong and right, truth and falsehood. Don't let other people tell you what you're doing is wrong until you know that it's wrong. If that means you gotta hit some of the potholes in life, then perhaps you do that. We are on a learning ground, we are on a testing ground, however you want to look at it. Just virtually in about every belief system, that's pretty much what it comes down to be. Even those who don't believe in God still end up coming to the terms of, well, better learn, better become smarter. That's what we do when we're young, and what we do until we're old. We learn that the stove is hot, and that cliffs are steep, that friends can stab you in the back, and that family can break your heart. But that's okay. Those are all learning experiences that each and every one of us have to experience. Once we realize that it's something we all have to go through, we all have people that leave us in death all through our lives. Sometimes we can make it so specific to us. when each and every person around us goes through the exact same type of loss, all throughout our lives. We end up victimizing ourselves and want to be in more pain than someone else so we can get the attention that we need in order to make ourselves feel better. We are not validated as a human race. It's why, one of the reasons why I encourage people, if they want to email, if they want to talk, I can't always respond right away. There's sometimes that it's going to be a while because I've got my own stuff that I have to deal with. But if you are in need of visiting, I am there to listen. And I usually check my emails once every day or once every other day. So I don't check it every moment. I find that that's stressful, and I shouldn't have to. You know, don't. If you find yourself checking a status every couple of minutes, find a different hobby. Find something that makes you smile. That is actually quite stressful when you're just waiting to see what someone else is doing. I don't know, maybe you can take a step back and look at it. I had to. It's easy to be so involved in everyone else's lives, and it's quite easy to forget yours. We don't want to forget our lives. We want to live our life. If you find yourself watching reality TV, I mean, I did. For a long time, I was so wrapped up in what everyone else was doing on that screen, wishing that I could be in that exotic place, or wishing I could have the ability to cook those amazing meals, or whatever the reality thing that we watch that we tend to find to our interest. Excuse me. Perhaps we should begin to live. If there's something, I found myself listening to, I say listening because I never really did find time to watch TV, but I could always turn the TV on and just listen to it while I was busy doing something else. I've been an extremely busy person. I think most Jehovah's Witnesses or ex-Jehovah's Witnesses are. We found time that we're like that little white rabbit in Alice in Wonderland. We have no time for anything, not even to love each other, to really love each other. It's just a very distant love, conditional love. Oh, my laundry's done. I'll be there in a little bit. So if we find ourselves a little white rabbit, so we're paying attention to TV shows that we find really secretly wanting to do. I liked the dance shows. I also like the singing shows. Love the art shows, the ones that people create things. I'm drawn to creation and art of various sorts. So I found that I was obsessing in these things. I really wanted to have my opinion known. I really was interested in what people are thinking and making and doing. I realized that I wanted to do them, and so I spent more time doing that. And I suggest that you do the same. You are important. You have mad skills that you have not had an opportunity to develop because you've been too busy pushing literature for a publishing company. So give yourself some time. Look for things that you enjoyed when you were young, and see if maybe you can find those smiles from when you were little. Really close your eyes and think back what made that little kid smile. Take some time to really think about what you want to do and what you really delight in.